Dynamite comes in small packages, and that truth is nothing short when it comes to this shopping cart icon right here, this element. So let's go ahead and start talking about it. This is what it looks like, okay? But the thing is, most people who have stores will put the shopping cart icon up in the header because you can access it from any page. I just have it on the page right now, but if I want to put it in the header, I can. However, if you want to do that, you have to follow one little simple rule. In design, where it says header section, you're going to see it says turn header into a row. Okay, this allows you to add or edit any element in the header. By default, you're not able to drag and drop any elements into the header. But as you see, my header I have turned into a row. I do have that enabled. So this row consists of two columns, which has elements. This is a paragraph element, this is a navigation element, and this is my image element. Now when you turn it into a row, you may have to reinsert your logo, but that's no big deal. You're able to do all kinds of things up in your header, and you have much more freedom to offer different things like many other sites do, instead of just having a basic generic header. And that choice is totally up to you, but most people will want to put the shopping cart up in their header. Okay, so now once you have it turned into a row, you're able to do that. Well, let's go here into, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Somebody right now is saying, that guy is having trouble. Nope, nope. I'm going to show you how to not have any trouble whatsoever. So I'm going to go to add element, and I'm going to go down to the shopping cart, and it's in the e-commerce section. Now, as you notice, this is a store that we dropped in, the main store, and I did that from my e-commerce section. So I'm going to put the shopping cart in there now. And as you notice, when I drag and drop it, it's going to place it on the left-hand side. Okay? So from here, you can actually change the color of the shopping cart. You can change the background color. And if you put it up in the header and you have a dark background for the header, make sure you give your background a light background, because right off the bat, it's transparent. You'll have to go back and re-edit it. And then you can change the border. You have the effects for the shadow, the rounded corners, and then you have text style. And then you can go to more, and you have padding and margin, and here's CSS. Now you have that right off the bat, but let's just say you messed up and all of a sudden you need to go back and edit something. Well, here's a trick. If you notice, it's on the left-hand side, and it's right there where it says row. If you were to go to this and hover over it, you're most likely to hover over row as well, and it's going to be kind of confusing. This is how I fix that. What you're going to do is come from the right-hand side. I do see row there. That's no big deal. I'm going to go really slow, and now I am inside that element. Do you see that? The row did not pop out, but I'm able to click on the blue box for my shopping cart element, and then I can edit it. Once more, you don't want to come from the bottom, you don't want to come from the top or the left. What I do, I suggest you coming from the right hand side to, there you go. Now if you click on the red box, it's going to disappear. But now I'm just going to click on the blue box. Alright, so here we see that we have the shopping cart there, and now I can edit it. I can copy it, I can paste it, I can hide it. It's totally up to you what you want to do here. I'm going to make it look nice, but before I start editing, I'm going to justify it. So if I justify it in the middle, or if I justify it on the right hand side, I'm not going to be touching the row. I'm just going to be working with the store shopping cart. So maybe I want to put it on the right hand side. There you go. So let's go ahead and click on it. Let's edit, and let's just play around with the background. Let's give it a nice little yellow background, and let's give it an effect, maybe a shadow. Maybe I want to round the corner slightly, and you can mess with the text. There's really no text there, but you can mess around with that if you want to. Here you can mess around with the padding, the margin, modify the CSS, and even the spacing. And then you hit done, and there you go. Remember, if you were to click on this element, the shopping cart, it's going to take you to the store. So it's unlike other elements. So I could touch this element and it's just there, right? But this will actually take you to the store. So make sure if you go to edit this guy, that you go by touching the blue. Don't touch on somewhere out here. Touch on the blue to mess with your justification and whatever else you want to do. Okay, that's how you bring in your shopping cart element. Good luck.